Hey friends, welcome back. So let's talk more about DHEA, dihydroepiandrosterone. This is a hormone that's made by your adrenal glands. It's considered the mother hormone. It's actually converted into androgens like testosterone, dihydrotestosterone, and even estrogens. What's different about DHEA compared to DHA, these two compounds are frequently confused and obfuscated. DHA, docosahexaenoic acid. This is a long chain, 22 length carbon polyunsaturated fat that is actually found common in algae and fish oil. DHA is totally different from DHEA. I just wanted to clarify that because a lot of people do make that confusion. So when we're talking about DHEA, this is the hormone made by your body's adrenal glands. This is really important for men and also postmenopausal women. Let's talk about the women first, because as women go through menopause, their ovaries stop making androgens. Okay, there's this ovarian decline in production. And so the adrenal glands are responsible for making a lot of the sex hormones, the estrogen, testosterone, and so forth in women after menopause. And the DHEA is actually an important precursor for the androgens in women. So this is very important for peri and postmenopausal women. It's also important for men because DHEA levels decline in men starting around 28. They decline in both men and women around that time. So a lot of people are having hormonal issues. They're having low libido. They're having muscle loss. They're having fat gain around the middle and the back of the arms. It's important, although DHEA and everything we talk about on these videos cannot diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. But if by optimizing levels of DHEA, you can help support hormonal health. And new research actually shows that if you take DHEA, if you first test and find that you have insufficient levels of DHEA by going to your doctor and getting a DHEA sulfate level tested, we often find this is quite low in people. And this is probably one of the reasons why people have low estrogens, low testosterone, particularly men and postmenopausal women. And so supporting this naturally can also potentially foster sleep by helping to renormalize the body's circadian rhythms. Because it turns out that the hormone DHEA that we've been talking about has the ability to help to regulate the cortisol awakening response. And so when you consider taking DHEA, you might find better results if you take it before you go to bed or sometime in the evening. Now, if you forget to take it before bed, that's fine. And if you don't have sleep issues, maybe you don't have to worry about it. But if we're talking about optimizing, you may want to consider dosing your DHEA before bed. Now, you might be saying, well, where do I start? There's 5 milligrams, 10 milligrams, 25 milligrams. It's all over the place. Well, as a general rule, what you might want to consider if you're a male is start with 10 milligrams per decade of life. Simple math. 40 years old, start with 40 milligrams. 50 years old, 50 milligrams. You can go up or you can go down, but that's a general rule. Now, for women, you want to take about 75% less than that. So 40-year-old women may want to start at 5 or 10 milligrams, okay? Because women have lower levels of testosterone quantitatively compared to men and so forth. If you're a woman in your 20s or 30s and you're still menstruating, I don't generally suggest, and I don't know any doctors that generally suggest taking DHEA because that can exacerbate hair loss and that can cause masculinization type effects in your body. So this is more geared towards peri and postmenopausal women. But for men who are on hormone replacement therapy, testosterone, I think it's really a good measure to actually support your DHEA levels first before even considering hormonal replacement therapy, because that might be all you need until you get a little bit older. Because remember, DHEA gets converted into testosterone, to dihydrotestosterone, to other androgens, as well as estrogen as well. Men need estrogen as well, and women also need testosterone. So those are some tools and considerations. I'll put literature that you might find helpful here on screenshots that you can further dive into, because DHA, it turns out, is not just involved in facilitating hormonal production, but it also has protective immune effects. There's been research showing that it might even protect the brain and be helpful for cognition and memory and learning. So this is it's a hormone that has direct effects as well, not just in converting to testosterone and dihydrotestosterone, but it has direct effects, and there's receptors, and it impacts immune cells. It impacts the brain, neurochemistry. There's links with low DHEA levels and mental wellness and much more. So I just wanted to give you this context and help you kind of figure out if you do get a blood test and you find out that you have insufficient DHEA levels, where to start. Remember, for men, it's about 10 milligrams per decade of life dosed at night. For women, it's 75% less. So you can do the math for men If you're a woman who's 50 years old, just do, 50 milligrams times 0.25. And that, the function of that would be where you might want to consider starting. And as always, the research shows that it may be best dosed at night because that might support sleep and that might improve your body's cortisol awakening response. So if you have any further questions, let us know in the chat bar below. And I appreciate you for watching all the way through on this video.